Which one of these monsters is going to be an elite top 8 to 10, top 7 to 10, top 5 to 10 wide receiver in the National Football League? Jordyn Tyson, rookie out of Arizona State, or this guy from a university that cranks out elite wide receivers every single season, Carnell Tate, maybe has hands similar to a Chris Carter. This guy is down the field stretching it like a CeeDee Lamb. Both these guys have different styles of play. So different homes will be looking for different types of wide receivers. So their landing spots might not even totally overlap. In some cases they will. Landing spot will matter, I'll tell you that up front. But which one is the better player in your opinion as a prospect right now before landing spots get dished out? It is January 28th. So we've got some time before we know what their true values are. We're talking about which one of these dynasty wide receivers is who's the dynasty rookie wide receiver one. I'll change the graphic. Actually, let me change that right now so it's not confusing. Dynasty rookie dynasty wide receiver one. Who is it? Cast your vote in the live chat. Now we'll discuss it. The Fantasy Football Show Dynasty Edition, ladies and gentlemen. That show begins right now, which is also a graveyard show.
You're watching a
graveyard stream.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Dynasty Fantasy Football Show.
I'll tell you right now, landing spot matters. There's no, it's for sure Jordyn Tyson. It's for sure Carnell Tate. Some of you might even come in here and go, what about Mackay Lemon? The Mackay Lemon show. Don't you like lemon, Smitty? Mackay Lemon's, he's nice. He's not as good as these two. Could landing spot for Mackay Lemon, let's say Buffalo, Washington, put him at a higher output year over year in fantasy? Like, could he be a better fantasy football producer? Sure. That's why the door is open to depending on the landing spot. But these are the two studs right here. These are the two studs. Ohio State cranks out receiver after receiver. Jordyn Tyson. I mean, Arizona State's been doing pretty well as well. Scattaboo at running back. Ayuk in college was really good. JD5 played for Arizona State, didn't play well, and then he moved on to LSU. But you've got a pretty good club here in Arizona State University. It's where I went, by the way. It's where your boy comes from. Graduated twice from ASU, so that is my alma mater times 2.
Mashed potatoes!
Producing good products out of that university. But Ohio State, I mean, Tate is the Chris Carter. This is the CeeDee Lamb. Now, will they both become those types of players? That depends on their landing spot. Depends on a lot. Depends on them staying healthy. Tyson comes with a lot more injury risk because he can't seem to stay healthy. But are they anomaly type injuries? Are we not really fully worried about him staying healthy? Can we draw conclusions about injuries in college? Not yet, but it's something to concern yourself with. Can Tate, not as you could say as much of a burner downfield, but he's got that Chris Carter possession type wide receiver goodness. I like Tate a lot. Tate feels very, very much like an underrated player that people are trying to cap and say he won't be fast, he won't do this, he won't do that. When we've seen guys like Jerry Rice and Anquan Bolden have horrible 40 times, we're talking like 4.7 and above, and those guys played some insane ball, did they not? I'm not worried about Tate. When Tate never drops the football, like you throw the ball at Tate, it's like Tate. When you throw a ball at Tate, it's like basically when what's his face shoots up a 3-point shot and turns around and doesn't even watch it, and it just sinks in. Steph Curry. It's basically like that. It's like throw it to Tate, boom, turn around. You know Tate's catching it every single time. Tate is just a monster. He's the Steph Curry in that. Your life's on the line. Ball's going to Tate. Will he drop it? No. Tyson, I'm not saying he's got a case of the dropsies, but like he's just a different type of receiver. Love both of them. Love absolutely both these guys. Their potential ceilings are insane. And we go look at the wide receiver free agency / rookie / best landing spot board, and even in a potential franchise tag and long holdout or franchise tag and sign and trade, or rookies or free agents. These are some of the top options available. A.J. Brown could be in the mix for a trade as well. I think we could probably put A.J. Brown up in here. I think there's a chance he gets traded. These are the best wide receiver landing spots. New England, Washington, Buffalo, LV, KC, dependent on Rice's situation. If he ever plays again, misses an entire season, misses 6 games, misses no time at all. The thing about Rice you got to concern yourself with is this accusation, whatever you want to call it, they're coming from his long-time partner that they have a child with. So it's not like some flash in the pan money grab type feeling situation, that we've seen, hurt and hold back some players in the past. And it's a shame that, you are innocent until proven guilty in the court of law, but not in the eyes of the NFL. And the NFL takes the domestic stuff very seriously. So there's a real chance they draft a wide receiver with their number 9 overall pick. Buffalo's got 26. They've got to trade up or do something. Washington could take either one of Tate or Tyson. New York, Cleveland, Tennessee, they're all options. Tennessee is one that I don't love, but I'd rather it be Tennessee than Cleveland if one's got to steal one of these wide receivers. Now, Mekhi Lemon's probably still top 10 capable. A lot of people are talking about Mekhi Lemon. He's so good. He's so good. I don't hate Mekhi Lemon, but Lemon's not in these two players. They're not in the same class. It's Tate and Tyson. And again, I'm kind of why I'm here is to tell you what my order is, but it's Tate, Tyson, or Tyson, Tate, and then tier break. And then Lemon's in the group with Malachi Fields and Boston. And, they're all trying to fight based on landing spot who's the number 3 wide receiver. Now, again, Lemon in Buffalo and Washington and LV could be better than Tate or Tyson if they fall in a horrible spot. New York is an okay spot, but it's limitations for one of these guys if they land there with Malik Neighbors. So you could see Mekhi Lemon go to Buffalo or Washington and be better than Tate or Tyson in New York. Even though it's a great spot, it's going to be hard to beat out Neighbors as the number 1 target getter and earner. So you're kind of diluting some of your capabilities. But if I had to pick between these two and just say, who is my number 1? Probably be Tyson. I just feel like this is a untapped putty that this team can mold and sculpt into whatever they want that gets him. He's got speed. He's got hands. He seems raw in the sense that you don't even know what his ceiling is. You don't know how good he's going to be as a catcher. You don't know how good he's going to be as a jump ball specialist. You don't know how. There's so many things we haven't seen yet out of this guy, Jordyn Tyson. So it's a matter of time before this kid, shows his true potential. And it's going to take getting into the NFL to see all of that. We can't even see or predict a lot of it. You just got to use the eye test and say, the talent is so good, given that there's some rawness to this kid, makes me feel like there's so much more room and latitude to expect bigger things than what we currently see. And I'm not saying that can not be said about Tate as well, but I think when you say, okay, he's got the speed and the ability to be that very special, leaping and getting, grabbing some sort of insane one-handed catch in the end zone. Not that he doesn't drop anything, but just the way that this guy plays mixed with the fact that he can learn to do a lot of what Tate does. He can get better at all these things that Tate does better than him. Hard for Tate to get faster. Hard for Tate to... So there's some limitations there. But at the same time, landing spot is king. If Tate goes to Buffalo, if Tate goes to Washington, and he goes to New York, Tyson, then Tate's better. So landing spot's the true indicator here, the one that the push over the edge. If he goes to, let's say Tyson goes to Washington, Tate goes to Buffalo. Who's better? I don't know. Both of them. That's when we get excited that we got 2 guys that landed in ideal spots, but we're probably going to have our parade rained on in one of these kids' situations. It's just the nature of it. I think we'll be upset. I'll probably be live during the entire NFL draft like I usually am. But these are 2 monsters. Sick Nasty says Tate celebrating his 23 months. Thank you, Sick Nasty. Appreciate you. Tyson over Tate. I can't blame you. Phone lines are open. Dial in if you want to debate this.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Very, very good. Mendoza the guy I want, or are we getting Jamarcus Russell again? Silver, I've already got Mendoza.
The Moon Men dropping.
I like Mendoza a lot. There's risk, though. There's always going to be a risk with the quarterback. Always, bro. Look at how good Stroud looked coming out of his first year, man. I mean, Stroud-osphere, remember? All the fireworks and rockets and everything. And he looked it. I don't think we were wrong. He was that. Stroud was him. But then it fell apart. You just don't know. JD5, I still think he's him. But, things change. So, hard to know. Mendoza's not a lock. But he certainly has the intangibles. And he's got not only hopefully Kubiak, the right support and situation. But, you also have Tom Brady there. And if Tom Brady feels like Mendoza's the guy, and Tom Brady's certainly going to have a heavy hand in that decision-making process and really guiding the ship, then I think you got a lot of the right people, not just one. You got a GM. Like Tom Brady, if they allow him, is kind of like asking the audience in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Just having that extra person to confirm that you're making the right call. GM wants it. Coach wants it. Tom wants it. I mean, the accuracy of what they're going to do, I bet you is going to be far above expectation. Last year, Tom was asked to clean up what they did. Or, hey, how do we make this better? We screwed up without you. But Tom is going to be involved. And I honestly believe when you have that many minds together, you're making better choices. Their draft picks are going to be nailed. They're going to nail them. I think they're going to do really well. So Mendoza, if Tom wants him, if the GM wants him, if the head coach wants him, if we want him, I think there's a lot of, we're all missing it together. And, there's no one to blame. Can't blame the organization. We all feel it too. Like Mendoza's got those intangibles. But there's always risk because Johnny Manziel, Tim Tebow, Zach Wilson, Josh Rosen, Jamarcus Russell, Leaf. I mean, there's a lot of things that happen, and you literally can't know until they get in the league. And that's the nature of it. Sometimes you just don't know. Like Stroud, Stroud's the best example I think we can even come up with because we all remember it. It's not like in the rear view, like Jamarcus Russell. It's easy to be like, I don't remember what I felt about him, and you just don't, it doesn't really hit you anymore. But you say CJ Stroud, we all thought and we knew that Stroud was amazing. And Stroud sucks. So you just don't, that's a year of him doing it. I don't know. And that goes to show for anybody. I mean, JD5, I still think JD5 is going to turn it around, but sometimes things don't get turned around, and an example of the Caleb going as the fourth drafted quarterback is insane. I don't think anybody's protecting themselves in that fashion either. All right, Travis, you're live. Hello.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'd say I'd probably take Tyson over Tate just because of just the complete package that he is. He can really do everything if he can stay healthy. But Tate's really tempting in the right spot, especially with the size and the hands, and just when you watch his highlights, the way he can go and get a ball. And, both of them are studs if they're in the right place. Another thing with Jordyn Tyson, just another little tidbit, is Hines Ward, I think, is the wide receiver coach, at Arizona State, I was reading. And so that's just, whenever you have a young guy working with a former receiver of that quality, it's just always just a little extra bonus,
Yeah, well, I'm on this screen, damn it. Tate is, again, Tate is just, it's hard to know. Like Tate's skill set's a lot harder to predict than Tyson's. Tyson's a lot easier. I mean, Tyson could he's either going to be top 5 to 10 or he's going to be a bust. Mm-hmm. Tate probably has a better chance of making it in the NFL longer no matter what. If we over-evaluate him, under-evaluate him, he's going to be a good enough receiver. He's just good. Like, no matter what. I'm not saying he's great. I'm just saying he's good no matter what. Tyson could be N'Keal Harry, who also came from Arizona State. N'Keal Harry could have been the best, top 5, or he could have been what he was. He absolutely busted. But New England and Bill ruined him in a way too.
Yeah.
But then he couldn't stay healthy, and it just kept going off the tracks. But Tyson has way more risk of being nothing than Tate. Tate has more risk of, it's hard to know until he gets into the league if the intangibles that we can't see grow, and he can, like JSN was, someone tried to compare JSN. Who is it that did that? And what did they say? They tried to compare JSN to who? It was a horrible comp.
Lemon.
Makai Lemon.
Yeah,
JSN, come on. If you wanted to say
Indy Joe.
Yeah. If you wanted to say that Tate reminds you of JSN in terms of JSN comes out, we love JSN. We love JSN on this channel. We loved him. And we loved him last year, and probably no show higher on him than we were last year. I called him a top 3 to 5 wide receiver on the board behind me that used to be up there. Tate, but JSN still had a lot to do when he got in to get to that. Like, everyone knew JSN was going to be good, but would he be top 3 or 4 in the National Football League? It was bold to say that last offseason when we said it. So clearly no one really knew that he could be 1, 2, or 3 in the league. They thought this is a guy that might be maybe, Nico Collins at some point, but JSN may or may not become that number 1 player like Puka and prime JJ, whatever. It was controversial because when we said it, it was bold. Tate definitely comes in with that, like, we don't know what his max is at these things he does very precise and well. JSN isn't as fast as a Randy Moss. JSN has to do everything with precision, and he's still quick. He still does everything well, everything great or amazing. But he had to develop, and you had to see it. You couldn't see it from college to being the number 1 player. Tate is the same thing. We're not going to know. We can only just say everything is there. He's precise. His hands are amazing. This is probably the best hands we've seen come out of the draft in years. He catches everything. I don't think he dropped a football last year.
I don't think he had a drop.
I don't think he had 1 drop. I don't think he's dropped. Let's ask Kruger. I don't think he's dropped a ball. Let's see how long it's been since he dropped a football. Let's ask Krug. He probably doesn't know, though. Hey, Kruger, Carnell Tate, the Ohio State rookie wide receiver that's coming out into the NFL this offseason. We love him, by the way. Remember that, okay? How many drops did he have in his career, and how many drops did he have last year?
I've got you. Let's lock in on Carnell Tate. So far in his college career, Tate had a total of 4 drops. Last season alone, he had 2 drops. And yeah, we're definitely keeping him on our radar.
I don't think he did.
You feel like a spaceman, Smitty. Always ready to drop the data when you... Let's keep rolling.
I don't think he dropped it.
I'm seeing no drops in his 3 years.
I think he's off. I don't think he knows what he's doing. Let's ask Ziggy. Hey, Ziggy. How many footballs has Carnell Tate, the Ohio State wide receiver, dropped in his college career? And how many did he drop last year?
Carnell Tate didn't drop any passes last season. His career drop statistics aren't available, but he had an excellent catch rate of 77.6% last year.
Well, what did that rank in the nation?
Carnell Tate's 77.6% catch rate last year was impressive, but I don't have the exact national.
Yeah, well, you guys are worthless.
His overall performance ranked 11th in the nation for wide receiver grades.
Ziggy, off. Turn off. You guys are worthless, man. Between the two of you, you can't complete a sentence. One of you impresses me for a minute, and then the other one can't finish. And what are we doing? What are we doing here? But Carnell Tate's just he's Chris Carter, like, prospect. I'm not saying he's Chris Carter end result. Some people don't know how to hear or listen. He's Chris Carter prospect. And then what does he become? Does he become Chris Carter? I'm not saying that, but he's certainly got the makings to be that kind of player. Tyson could become Lamb. Is he Lamb? No. Could he become Lamb? Yes. And is there a world where both of them are just equal? They're both top 7 fantasy football wide receivers 1 calendar year from today, walking into their sophomore years? Maybe. But again, I can't stress enough. And then I'll go over to DJ. I can't stress enough that landing spot is king. And whoever lands in the better spot will probably be the better wide receiver. is the real moral of the story here tonight. All right, DJ, go ahead. You're live.
Best show on the planet, Smitty. Seems like it's excuse me. Seems like it's no rest for the weary.
No.
So I appreciate you, my guy. Real quick. Yeah, my tiebreaker is Tate. Just on the OSU, heritage, which might be the last one because Hartline has moved on from Ohio State to take a head coaching position. And he's just been the key factor there.
Arthur Smith.
Right. So this might be the beginning of the end.
You're not wrong. It's definitely changing, but I don't know. They're so. It usually is wide receiver but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to be the last one, but it certainly could change a little bit. I agree.
Yeah. So I just think that's my tiebreaker. Yeah, Hines Ward being there in Arizona State and Tyson, and I can't profess that I've watched a lot of games with either of these guys, films, I've seen some clips and whatnot. But he seems fluid. The whole kickable and Hines Ward, perfecting his craft. He's shot up the draft board as well. Now, landing spots, man. KC, Buffalo. And the thing is with these guys, they both play on the outside. That increases their value, from that standpoint. Concern that would happen about Tate is can he get off of the press? Because we're having that problem with the young man up in Buffalo that they threw under the bus, Coleman. So yeah, I would lean that way. But landing position could, blow it all up, in terms of which one. That would be maybe the deciding factor ultimately.
Let's see here. Ohio State Carnell Tate, widely regarded as a perimeter wide receiver in 2026 draft class, often ranked as top 10 overall prospect. Let me see if I can find. Let's see here. Press. I don't think I have the press coverage data.
I saw that. I saw a thing talking about longer arm DBs sometimes give them a little trouble at the line.
Yeah, I'll look into the data on that, but I'm not worried about that. Everything I see. Let me merge this call. Caller, just mute yourself real quickly and please turn down any background noise. Appreciate you. I don't know. I'll look into. What I've seen and I've watched everything on him is he literally is the kind of player that you could press him all you want, but he'll just cross the field on you. Like he is so good at doing those CD Lamb-esque routes and just dragging the defense across the field, and he's just wide open, and his hands are so amazing that he grabs whatever you flick in his direction. I don't know. I think he could.
Yeah, well, I'm sold.
I think he.
Yeah.
You what?
Yeah. I'm sold.
Yeah, he's
exactly
his sideline.
I don't know about the press.
His sideline work,
but yeah,
and that's one reason why it's like he can play slot. I know he can, and on top of that, but being probably the best sideline wide receiver in this draft class, if not the last handful of draft classes, is huge. Like this guy, he goes somewhere where a quarterback has some touch. Then it's like JD5. JD5 has amazing precision. You get Carnell Tate doing toe taps on the sideline. I mean, they could do that all day. I think he's going to be amazing.
In addition to that, you have me thinking about MHJ out of Ohio State in terms of sideline and similar. So maybe in his case, to your point earlier, where that you could see him being just a straight, steady pro, longer, steady, from that standpoint, with Tyson having the upside. But I think with MHJ, very similar. He somebody's got to deliver the ball. To your point, if someone's delivering him the ball on those sideline routes, there's the win, which is, I think, what MHJ is missing. That Brissett could do, and we saw with Wilson. That was just an aside with the Ohio State thing.
Would you rather have Tyson in Washington or Tate in Cleveland? Like if you had to choose one of them when you know those landing spots. Tate goes to Cleveland. Tyson goes to Washington. You said Tate. You said Tate's your favorite. I'm just asking if landing spot can flip it that quickly.
Right. Washington.
Okay.
I'm going with
Definitely.
Tyson.
For sure. That's what everybody should say. And
Yeah, I would.
Cleveland could ruin one of these guys. I don't think they'd be nothing burgers, but it certainly could be a stunted growth.
Did you see the report on Cleveland? Says Cleveland expected to add a QB, and they listed Ty Simpson and Malik Willis as potential options.
Morons.
I don't know how much there is to it, but what would your feeling be if they went there?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Cleveland. I want nothing to do with Cleveland. I think Fannin will survive, but I don't even. I
think the new coach there makes a difference.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think I'll wait a year.
I don't know, maybe.
If it's Tate or Tyson, I'm still drafting one of those guys there. But I don't know that I'm excited about it. I'll tell you that. I might need to marinate on it for a while, and then figure out what I'm going to do. But hopefully, Cleveland doesn't ruin any of these elite top 3, 4, 5 overall rookies. I just hope they go defense or offensive line or something. I just hope they go in a different direction. Munkin, I don't know what Munkin's going to do. I don't know how much control he has. I don't know. But going after a quarterback sounds like they're already heading in moronic direction. Like you kidding me? You got Watson. You just drafted 2. What are you doing?
I don't want any part of Watson. I'm moving on as fast as
But what are they doing?
I agree with you that he can maybe do something. I think he's going to build his own thing there, which is fine with me.
I mean, I agree with that. But
I'm at least going to give him a shot. He unlocked.
I like Munkin, but I mean, can you imagine drafting another quarterback or bringing in another? That'd be crazy. But you got to ask yourself: is the answer there? Munkin might have said he sat down and goes, "Look, you don't have to hire me, but if you hire me, I don't want anything of what you guys did with this quarterback trash." And I like Shador. I'm a Shador
That's what I'm
believer,
hoping.
but maybe Munkin's like, "You hire me, I want full control, and I'm going to go get a quarterback and clean up this mess you made." If I heard maybe his motivation, I might get behind it, but
yeah,
I don't know.
And my hope would be if that's the case, then maybe Shador takes loose, goes somewhere that wants him.
I'll spin something a little differently with Munkin, and that maybe he'll keep Shador. Prior to getting the league, he got, oh my gosh, what's the UJ quarterback? He was drafted. Kind of old guys. Got him drafted. Got Brock, straight up on the board with, oh gosh, help me out, guys. Doubling Rams backup quarterback. Bennett. You guys know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're saying. No.
Back to back. What I'm saying is Munkin, when he was with UGA, he got Bennett, the QB, undersized in the whole kit and caboodle, drafted, won 2 championships, and got Matt McConkey. This is Munkin prior to going to the league when UGA won 2 championships. So he may be able to develop quarterbacks. You got a defense, so he might lean on keeping Shador because he's done this.
Well, Shador did. Is he talking about Stetson Bennett? Talking about Stetson Bennett?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Stetson Bennett. Yeah.
But anyway, I think Shador made Travis Hunter a star. So I think that let's say Munkin takes Tate or Tyson. It might not take me that long to start warming up to it, and the same thing with Cam Ward. I mean, if Cam Ward ends up getting one of these guys, it won't take long for me to warm up to it. There's certainly talents, and they're certainly going to get wide receiver 1 volume. So I will get behind it. I just don't want. I'd rather have Washington. I'd much rather have
I would too.
These spots, but
I'm not even saying
sure.
I'm not saying I'm like over the moon about Cam Ward in Tennessee, and I'm not saying I'm over the moon about Monken, but it's better than what they were both times, and they're both guys that arguably know how to run an offense at least, and so I'm willing to see where it goes, I guess, and I'm not going to write it off on face value.
Yeah,
I guess is the best way to put it.
All right, boys, I'm fading because I'm still sick. So, final thoughts, DJ.
No, I mean it all makes sense. I was surprised by the Monken hire, but I lean into it and just looking at what he did prior to the league, and to you guys' point with Lamar 2 years ago. I'd like to see him keep Shador, and he can do that thing. In terms of the wide receivers, yeah, I'm leaning Tate. All things being equal, landing spot. But if Tyson lands in Washington, yeah, I would take Tyson.
All right.
Best show on the planet.
Thanks, DJ. Later.
Appreciate
it. Travis, final thoughts.
Hey, DJ. Yeah, just a quick trade question for someone in the chat. They would be trading away Travis Hunter. They have two options. It would be Travis Hunter in the 1.08 or ETN in the 1.02. Would you do that?
Is it IDP?
I asked him if it was IDP. He didn't say, so I'll assume it's not.
I'm in the call. I'm the one that made the trade.
Oh, I didn't know.
Okay. He's on the phone. Perfect.
I had another person on the.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it, but it's not IDP and it's Superflex.
Oh, okay, Superflex. Yeah, I mean, I like Hunter, but he's right now. You don't know what he is, so I'd take 102 and ETN in a heartbeat.
Okay, because I also got offered just Travis Hunter for ETN and the 202.
Oh, this is 202 or 102?
So this is two different trades. So either Travis Hunter and my 108 this year for his ETN and the 102.
You take that. That's
or
home run.
Travis Hunter just for ETN and the 202.
No, that's way worse. In this one, you're getting the 1.8 to turn into the 1.02. Bro, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I'd take ETN over Travis Hunter in a heartbeat. I hate to say it. I hope it changes, and I hope that later on we change our tune on that. But right now, this is the reality we live in. ETN over Travis Hunter by a country mile. And on top of that,
and you get to replace the receiver. Yeah.
On top of that, you get 1.02. You get. I mean, bro, let me put it this way. I would trade Hunter in the 8 for the 1.02.
1.02. Yeah.
And what are we doing? What are we talking about here? Because you could get Tyson, you could get Mendoza maybe. If Mendoza doesn't go, you're getting Jeremiah Love.
Yeah, that's true.
I dig Jeremiah Love over Travis Hunter and 1.8. Bro, I'd give up Travis Hunter the 1.8, the 1.9, the 1.10, the 1.11, and 1.12 for the 1.02.
Yeah, especially because
that's super crazy.
No, the crazy part is you're saying it's crazy. That's crazier.
Yeah.
Nah, but like 3 first-round picks for the 102?
I don't care about 1 point. Why do you talk about first-round picks? Are you talking about the 12th pick, the 11th pick, the 10th pick? Those are all cool and all, bro. You got to cut guys for those guys. This draft class is not that tough. You know who's tough?
Right.
Tyson, Tate, and Jeremiah Love. That's what's tough. Everything else is trash. I'm not saying we can't find gems. I like Jadarius Price, Jadarian Price. I like a lot of guys. I like Coleman a lot, and we'll find a gem or two, but you're not necessarily going to get them because they might go 4 or 5 overall. You hit that button, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it, Smitty.
All right, later, bro. Who dat Lolo says, "Sup, Smitty? Tyson's gonna be a saint." I don't think so, bro. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Thank you for dropping that super chat.
I think they'd go Love before they went wide receiver.
Yeah, I don't think they're going. I mean, I guess they could consider it like, hey, we're trying to really make Shuck land. We can't screw this up, and Got to support him, and Olave could get hit a concussion at any moment. I mean, I guess it makes some sense, but I would definitely rather draft Jeremiah Love if I'm the Saints. Or you get bold and crazy and you trade up and you get 2 top 10 picks and you take 1 receiver and Jeremiah Love. You know, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. All right, Travis, final thought.
I'm good. I'll talk to you later, Smitty.
Later, bro. Bye. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Appreciate you all. Please subscribe if you're new. Make sure you get on over to thefantasyfootballshow.com. That's your year-round bowl predictions, trade calculators, everything you can think of over on thefantasyfootballshow.com. And then don't forget, I got a live chat Patreon 24/7, 365, $10 a month, cancel anytime. Price of a cup of coffee. Try it out. Have a at your fingertips live chat community. Both of these links, this and my thefantasyfootballshow.com link, both of those are in the description of the video. See you all later. Appreciate you. Live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Live at midnight Eastern almost every single night like this show here. And live whenever news breaks. Most of that is on the main channel. The main channel link is in the description of the video. Here on this Dynasty channel, please subscribe if you're new. If you think you're watching the main channel, you're not. Like if it just got recommended to you on your feed and you're like, oh, Smitty's live, and you didn't really look into it, we're on the Dynasty channel. So make sure you subscribe. See you all tomorrow.